In AD 80, after 12 years of strenuous construction work, according to the will of Emperor Domitian, Rome witnesses the completion of the greatest death arena, the Colosseum. The Romans recollect the victorious fights of the champions from the new gladiator school. The fights have been discussed in the capital of the empire throughout the long, hot summer. Now the people are wondering who will be the champions of the next deadly games. Some say Ahen's Gladiators. During the summer, the Colosseum is empty. Many Romans miss the betting that goes on during the games. Many bookmakers are willing to pay even for gossip overheard in the famous gladiator schools. Any news concerning Ahen's champions is highly sought after. Gambling is a common interest for the citizens of the empire. It is practiced among both the patricians, for whom it is a lifestyle, and the common people as an easy means for earning some money or to climb the social ladder. The hit news of the summer break is the bet between Cassius and Marcius. The Romans have enjoyed their competitive wooing to the emperor for months to finally await the result of the gladiator fight shown only to a small audience in the senator's villa. Hardly anybody knew that cunning Ahen along with the editor Cassius had decided to ruin the senator. Only very few knew how much they had to risk by setting the trap. When the senator was winning by 2 fights, Andra turned out to be a worthy daughter of her father. Ahen was still a legend of the Roman death arenas, dating back to the pre-Colosseum era. Andra unexpectedly won 2 fights in a row and tied the game. Many claimed that her victory was due to Celtic magic and spells that she cast over the senator's gladiators before the fights. The beginning of the match that ensured Morgan's legendary status did not seem promising for the Celtic warrior. The champion of Ravenna, along with the champion of Capua, seemed to be winning. Ahen, along with his family, has invited friends to the gladiatorial summer camp. They celebrate their success, and Morgan contentedly listens to Ahen telling the story of his fight to the Celts who had not been invited to see it. With Andra, they recollect the fight when Morgan's imagination moves the exhausted warrior back to the Colosseum. The gigantic stakes of the wager fire Morgan up. The vision of the crowd chanting his name inspired him so much that he won the fortune for Ahen. He earned gold, gladiators, and the senator's desert school. Cassius, the editor, has also lined his pockets with the senator's gold, as well as gaining his ancestral house. The fallen senator's instructors joined the Celts in their celebration of Morgan's victory. After the death of their former employer, they try to go into business with Ahen and Cassius. They are valuable to Ahen for several reasons. Not only are they good feast companions, but also skilled warriors, and they have a wide network of contacts in Rome. The Romans respect the wit and discretion of Ahen's family, which courageously won its fortune while humiliating and ruining the arrogant senator. The only person missing is Ardo, who has been sent to the school in the desert. In losing the fight with Andra, Ardo has proven his loyalty to Ahen's family. The wounds he received during the fight were not serious. In between feasting, both Celts and Romans relished the fast and hazardous horse rides. 4 horse teams driven by the Celts impressed the Romans. The instructors are canny and appreciate the intelligence of Ahen and his deal with Cassius. Andra and Morgan are not only the champions. Andra has the gift of making people put effort in for her. She's the first to get up in the morning and motivate all the men spoiled with feasting. Andra has a plan for the development of the family business. She suggests organizing spectacular gladiatorial games with chariots and horses. Ahen thinks it is a brilliant idea. He is fed up with the amber trade, as now he has only few sacks of the fine stone left. Such stone is suitable only for healing ointments and mixtures. Topping up his stock of large stones suitable for jewelry is impossible, as the Germanic Marcomanni and Vandal tribes have broken off the trade route to the Baltic Sea. Breakfast time is the perfect occasion to discuss Andrew's idea. The Celts not only have many skilled gladiators in every category of arms, for years they have also been training and successfully selling horses for chariot teams. Ahen's name can even be translated as Horse Master. They quickly finish the feast and start the training. Gordon is thirsty. He is aware that the full training of a champion is both a long-term and an expensive enterprise. Along with Morgan, they teach not only fighting techniques but also how to lose effectively or feign a heavy wound or death. Most of the gladiators are free Celts who quickly catch on to these practical approaches to the bloody games. The gold a gladiator may have made in previous fights is of no use to him if he's dead. The gladiatorial games in Rome are commonly initiated with a clash of mounted gladiators. Ahen's Celts are born mounted warriors. Some of them practice rigorously to improve their technique. Others only pretend to be training. The Germanic Goths among the gladiators use their spears in a primitive manner and make little progress. Gordon and Ahen focus mainly on teaching the techniques of gladius fighting. Ahen is furious to see Goths sitting around by the fire during training. The champions are playing a game incorporating various gladiatorial fighting techniques. The Goths hysterically try to defend themselves and do not demonstrate any of the features of good warriors appreciated by the victorious Gordon and Morgan. To show them how a lazy gladiator ends up, Ahen takes a heavy hammer, Charon's attribute, and cracks the skull of a young Goth. According to the latest news that came to the camp, the champions of Capua and Ravenna who were defeated by Morgan in the last contest have already healed their wounds and resumed training on the desert. Ahen sends Morgan to check what shape they're in. Upon arriving in the desert, Morgan goes to see the condition of the champion of Capua. They both seem to have forgotten their last fight in the senator's villa and to bear no grudge against each other. Unfortunately, Morgan's common sense is not always reliable. He judges his opponent too harshly. The champion of Capua deserves greater respect. After the training, Morgan sets off on a hunting trip in the hostile environment of a rocky ravine. He has an impression of being watched. He discovers he has lost his way back to the school. He is now sure that somebody is following him. But he does not want to risk a fight with an unidentified opponent on an unknown ground. The champion of Ravenna's unseated sword proves he has not accepted his failure in the senator's villa. Moreover, he is furious because he has found out that Morgan slept with his slave. The champion of Ravenna's posture and Morgan's look unequivocally suggest that they have thrown down the gauntlet to each other. All of a sudden, they are joined by the champion of Capua. Now Morgan knows who followed him in the rocks. It turns out that these masters' egos are as huge as the Colosseum. They stand opposite each other and decide to all fight for the title of champion of Ahen's school. In the fight, they don't respect any rules, each of them using the weapon he's carrying. Is it possible to announce a winner at all? A messenger from the desert school arrives to tell Ahen about the stupid fight. Now Ahen and Andra are afraid that they will not be able to patch up the wounded champions before the approaching games. Ahen, advised by some Roman instructors, decides not to inform the editor Cassius. He will be left in peace to carry on scheming against some other rich and haughty Roman patrician. A new bet poses a lucrative new business opportunity for all the partners. Ahen immediately sends his best medics to the desert. He prays for the mercy of the Roman and Celtic gods. Will his prayers be heard? The Colosseum is crammed with people saluting the Emperor as he inaugurates another games. These contests will emerge new champions. Many of the noble residents of Rome will lose their gold in the bets organized by the canny bookmakers. Ahen's warriors show up in the deadly arena in full strength. Morgan and his opponents have managed to heal their wounds. Meeting the Emperor's expectations, Cassius has reached the lucrative position of an editor. Now he tranquilly watches the opening of the games. He hopes for the continuation of his business with Ahen. It is not the end. There follows a very short history lesson of the gladiators. During the times of the Empire, numerous amphitheaters and gladiator schools were founded. Emperor Augustus wrote down the first set of rules and divided the gladiators into categories. Andebata, Arbellus, Democharis, Gallus, Hoplomachus, Lacuarius, Murmillo, Provocator, Rhetarius, Sagittarius, Samnis, Secator, Thrax, Velus. These were the gladiators who would traditionally fight on foot. However, the arenas also hosted other popular categories of fighter, such as Paganarius, Equus on horseback, and Acidarius in a chariot. Meet Ahen's gladiators.